good evening and welcome everybody. We got Ukraine update here with the Shills. We've got Claire Bear and Dave doing some viewer chat and interaction and stuff. Aimee will be doing all the big shout outs and whatnot. I'll babble in the background now and then and stuff. DK's here to give us some laughs. But first and foremost, I think we got to get right over to Starsky for some headlines.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Dick. Thank you so much, my friends. Operator Starsky with you tonight. Tonight, I would like, of course, to talk about such topics as the Nobel Prize that was given to Ukrainian, Russian, and Belarusian human rights defenders, as well as the Eurovision that is going to take place in the UK, but unfortunately, we have some other news that are not so happy, I can say. And before I begin, I would like to pass you big greetings from Anna from Ukraine. She couldn't join us tonight, unfortunately, but she. And I'm going to quote her. She said, rather, she asked to pass you virtual hugs from her.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's return to our news. And today we have quite a few of them. First and foremost, in the liberated Liman, 2 mass graves were found by our investigators, and according to chief of the local Donetsk administration, Pavlo Kiriyenko, unfortunately around 200 graves were found in this mass burial, and civilian people, mostly civilian people, are buried there. They were buried there by Russian invaders that were occupying Liman until October. And the excavation of those bodies started today. Also, one mass grave was found in Svetogorsk. And we cannot estimate the total amount of those bodies that will be found there. But we keep working, and our investigators, including international investigators, of course, will keep working in that area and keep excavating and recognizing those bodies. Also, yesterday, there were 7 missile strikes in Zaporizhia, targeting mostly civilian houses. We have report of 14 people dead as of today. And unfortunately, today, Russians did another missile strike on Zaporizhia. There was a big explosion, and one of the multi-story houses collapsed. Fortunately, there were no victims. At least that's what we know at this point. But we also know that one person received multiple wounds because of the fragments. Also today, President Macron said that France is going to create a charity fund that will raise around 1 million euro in order to buy weapons for Ukrainians. And he also mentioned that new howitzers type Caesar will be delivered to Ukraine. And currently there are 18 such howitzers operating in Ukraine. And there will be additional howitzers coming from France. That's according to President Macron. And I can say that, of course, 18 howitzers is not enough, as we all understand, because Russians have thousands of them, but every one counts at this point. So that's very, very important. Also today, and that's very interesting, by the way, President Zelensky signed his signed the statement or the law recognizing that Kuril Islands, southern Kuril Islands, that belonged to Japan and were taken from Japan in 1945 by Russia, those islands are recognized as Japanese territories under Russian occupation. So basically, what we know about those islands in 1945, Soviet Russia has occupied southern Kuril Islands, and until 1949, they were deporting local civilians, local Japanese people who lived there. And of course, deportation of civilians is notoriously popular in Russia throughout the history. They did it a lot with Crimean Tatars, with Ukrainians, with multiple nations, and they did the same basically with Japanese people between 1945 and 1949. So Ukraine officially recognizes those islands as Japanese territories that were annexed by Russia. Another interesting news from Britain this time, from the UK. British intelligence reports that almost half of Ukrainian tanks currently operating on the front lines were captured from Russian troops. We're not trying to insult our colleagues and partners from other countries who support Ukraine with their vehicles, but 440 Russian tanks, including not including 650 armored vehicles, were captured by Ukrainian army. They were taken from Russians, and at this point they are being used on the front lines successfully against Russian troops, which officially makes Russian Federation our biggest supplier of tanks and armored vehicles. Also, good news were received today from Estonia because Estonia is going to deliver new cargo of humanitarian aid, and we are talking. Pardon, it's not a humanitarian aid; it's a military aid for Ukrainian army. So Estonia is going to deliver ammunition as well as winter equipment, winter gear for Ukrainian soldiers, because we know that winters in Ukraine are tough. People who live in Canada will understand me. And we will receive this awesome help from our Estonian friends and allies. There's another news from Pentagon. So Pentagon today commented on Russian threats about using nuclear weapons. And according to their reports, they have zero information that Russians are preparing to use nuclear weapons in the nearest future. Obviously, they're talking about their ICBMs, they're talking about their tactical nuclear weapons. So I think this information is very, very important. Again, we remember that Pentagon also makes mistakes regarding Afghanistan, regarding, for example, Ukraine, beginning of this invasion. But yes, we should always take this information into account, I think, and collect information from different sources. So another news regarding Starlink, and this is very interesting because I saw those news in Russian media, and at first I decided that it was another Russian fake, because Russian media were reporting that Elon Musk was very, very angry at Ukrainians who didn't understand his peaceful, intentions, and he shut down Starlink on the Ukrainian territory. So, according to the information from the Financial Times, from their reporter Christopher Miller, he received multiple reports from Ukrainian soldiers who say that Starlink communications tend to shut down, and in numerous cases they were shutting down during crucial episodes of Ukrainian counteroffensive, which is highly suspicious. We cannot make official statements yet regarding this, but we gotta check this information, and in case it's true, I think that we will have some official reaction from Ukrainian authorities. Thank you so much. Those are the news of today.
All right. Excellent. Thanks, Starsky, very much. That's there's a lot to go over there and a lot to consider. I think some people will be a little like, hey, come on, Elon. Where does everybody want to go from here? Where should we start off? We've got a couple of shout outs, and Aimee's just going to be a second. We've probably got some questions already. If we want to see if Claire or Dave, if anybody wants to take us through a few, because that was a lot. I'm sure there's got to be some.
Yep, absolutely. I'm happy to go and jump in here. That was a lovely one from Ugly German Truth. Starsky, but how many washing machines and DVD players did they exchange for the tanks?
Unfortunately, they weren't asked for the price.
No, undisclosed fee. It's like transfer deadline day, right? There's actually quite a few on an update on Fooch. I know Rodent wants an update on Fooch. What happened to your cat costume? Tractor Poodle says, where is Fooch?
So Fooch is well fed. He is watching our stream as well. I can say that because he's hypnotizing me at this point. Yesterday, Fooch officially was given permission to sleep in the bed because it's like the weather is getting colder, and we all prepare to meet this winter in Ukraine. So Fooch is now officially allowed to sleep in the bed, and since yesterday, it's like the happiest dog in the world, I can swear.
Nice.
That's cool.
The weather's just picked up over here a little bit. I don't know if it's the same for you, but yeah, definitely. It's a recurring question that comes along every few weeks, and it's come again from William Kirchmeyer. There's a new member as well. Are the troops properly kitted out for the upcoming winter weather?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that one, please?
Sure thing. Are the troops properly kitted out for the upcoming winter weather?
Ukrainians are equipped because even if we will have to fight in civilian winter clothes with like military armored vests, we will do that. All Ukrainians have winter clothes as well. I'm not sure about guys from the International Legion, but I think that they will be delivered all the winter equipment as needed. Again, Ukrainians are always prepared for winter, guys. It's not like we woke up and realized that, oh my God, we will have winter. We have a lot of winter clothes, and we are not afraid of cold weathers. I can tell you that.
I think the real question is, have you got enough garish Christmas jumpers? If not, we'll do a whip round and get some in for you.
We've got a few. Don't worry, everybody will be warmed and well fed, of course.
Excellent. We're going to turn it to Aimee here. We've got a couple super shout outs and member stuff and all kinds of good ones.
We actually do. Thank you very much. We have William Kirchmeyer is a new member. Welcome to Shill Apprentice and welcome to the family, William. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you. And then we have Raven7, who donated Canadian $15.22, says, Ukraine has amazed the world this just few weeks. I hope the Deliveroo moped drones are getting easier to take down. Stay safe and thank you, Shills and Starsky. P.S. My dog has a framed photo of Futch. Thank you so much. And then we have a super chat from Ohms for $10 American with no message. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you have a message that you want highlighted, just let us know and we'll read it. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. So yeah, let's turn to a couple of other questions here, and then we'll kind of, take it over ourselves and see where we end up.
Sure. Claire, do you want to take any? That's all.
Well, I did have one. I was reading about this possible going away from Putin on his inner circle, that there was some talk in quite a few articles that I read yesterday and the day before in regards to people pushing back on Putin in regards to what's been going on. And I was wondering if there's anything coming from the Ukraine side, if they know anything. There's been some intelligence reporting. They're not naming names in the U.S. However, other members of NATO and all say they haven't seen the reporting yet, but that there is from his inner circle, actually, discourse going on. And that Putin's on a little bit of shaky ground right now with his own cabinet. Have you heard anything on that?
Only that what is reported by the American intelligence, and unfortunately I cannot confirm those rumors. Yes, we know that a lot of people, and that's according to Ukrainian intelligence as well, a lot of people, including their Russian generals, Russian people in command, they don't want this war. Currently, there's only Putin. Putin is the only person who is interested to continue this war. Nobody else in Russia wants it. And I think that those rumors probably based on some evidence, because otherwise they would not be delivered to President Biden, of course.
Right.
So that's everything that I know, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're saying it's like more behind his back. It's going on that the people are not happy about it, but it's coming some of it's coming right directly from the Kremlin and people directly related to him. I don't know how we'd get that, but for me, it's unusual. Having seen Russia act out against many for a long time, you never hear of any Russians ever speaking out against anything that he does. So for me, I was curious immediately, because this would be new. To have this kind of stuff trickling out would be a first time here in America to hear that.
Yeah, of course, because directly saying something like that to Putin is like a death wish.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that probably there are some plots are being made. We will not know anything about it until they are, implemented, because plots are not something that you can read about in the newspaper. So let's hope. But personally, I don't really rely on hope. I rely on facts.
Right. Exactly. That's as we should, right? As we should.
Yeah.
Dave?
I was just reading one that's just come in from William Kirchmeier. This is brilliant. You know how there's research that suggests when you put a picture of a fly on a urinal, it improves aim and accuracy and all of that. He's asking, do the public urinals in Kyiv feature stickers of Putin's face?
That's a nice one. I can definitely tell you that we have toilet paper with Putin's face already being sold in Ukraine for years. I wanted to buy one, but I didn't for some reason. But yeah, we have that. As for the flies, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, I think.
I make my own Putins. I poop them out in the morning, just leave them in the bottom of the toilet.
Right. It's a well-known image here in America also. Yeah. There you go. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, sometimes it just slips, every now and then,
There's a really interesting question here as well from Fondel. I don't know why I added an accent there. It's like strudel. There have been tweets suggesting that Ukraine is advancing too fast into areas that have had Starlink blocked to prevent Russia using it. I hadn't even thought of that.
I cannot say that our troops are advancing too fast. They are advancing according to our strategy. I am not a strategist. I don't have information about it, but we have to advance fast, of course, because first of all, Russians did not yet bring enough reinforcements, so we can take those crucial territories, and we should also remember that probably around November, they will be able to bring all of their mobilized people here in Ukraine and into Ukraine. And we have to finish our defense lines as well and prepare to defend Ukrainian borders.
We also have proof of the bed. See, in bed, loving it. There he is.
He is adorable.
So cute.
Oh, had to get it up, Had to get that on right away there. Where did we want to go here? Are we still a couple of questions there, Dave?
Hey, how loads in the chat. Whenever yeah. Claire, have you got any at hand? Do you want to?
I do, because it ties into something I read just recently about Biden and Zelensky having a talk, and we just approved a $625 million another aid package to that included the high mobility devices that you were using in your last offense. And the question from Robsky is the new HIMARS is, those high mobility devices, the ammo, which detonates tungsten balls over a wide area, may be a game changer. All Russian soft targets will be afraid. Has Starsky any info on this? And I guess that's a twofold question. Info on the ammunition itself, and also the approval of the new aid package that just came through in the last 2 days.
Yes. So this ammunition is again very, very important on a battlefield because at this point we didn't use HIMARS systems much against Russian personnel. Mostly we are targeting their command centers, their supply lines, and their arsenals, ammunition storages, fuel storages, every strategically important object. Strategically, either operationally important object, but we didn't use our artillery much against Russian personnel. I'm saying much because, yeah, we do use our artillery against Russian personnel, but not at the scale required to decrease their number dramatically. Again, it's just tactical solutions. So those ammunition with tungsten fragments, they are very effective in terms of using HIMARS against Russian personnel because we can cover bigger area with those rockets and eliminate a lot of Russian troops. They are much more effective in comparison to the artillery that we have now. And of course, we expect to receive plenty of them. I think they will be crucially important, specifically when Russians will start delivering their mobilized soldiers to the territory of Ukraine, because we will need to eliminate like 300,000 of them and do it very quick.
I do believe we
thank
have a super in from Sam Williams. Aimee, are we there? Are we available? I don't think she is. That's absolutely fine.
No, that's fine.
She is. Hello.
Hello. We've got from Sam Williams. We have a super chat for New Zealand, $20. And I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to look that up yet, but it is in.
I just did it. It's in there. Can you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, I called you out and you, I didn't even check the message. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if Starsky can translate that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Sam says that Russia will lose. Россия програє. And my biggest thumbs
exactly
up
what I said.
to Sam. I completely agree with her. Sam, you are amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sam. And yes, Russia will lose. Slava Ukraini.
Lovely.
They will lose, but will they admit it? That's the difference.
No, that's true.
I did just see a point just made by Hannah Caldwell, and I'm actually completely ignorant and unaware of this particular point. Do you think Saudi Arabia and North Korea are acting out to distract the US from helping Ukraine? What are they up to?
Could be. I'm more concentrated on what happens in my country at this point. I hope you will excuse me, but. Yeah, but I also follow the news from Iran, for example. Tonight, I realized that probably I have like a plan on what to do after the war, because like I didn't have any plan for my upcoming civilian life, but now I probably think that I know what to do. I will do everything I can in order to punish everybody who were involved into war crimes. We will be searching for them, and we will be doing everything to punish people who helped Russian invaders, including Iranian current regime. So I think that's a good cause to dedicate my life to.
Wow. That's a hell of an entertainment.
Mm.
Wow.
It's difficult to follow that one up. I was going to
Very much.
Come on,
I'll
Dave.
try-
Come on. What important thing are you going to do with your life?
stretching my shoulder. I'm going to inspire the world with something. Someday
Yeah.
when duty calls. No, that's lovely. Hannah, if you had any specific examples, just throw them out into the chat, and we'll get those specific details on Saudi Arabia, etc. I did see something here which I didn't understand. Right, this is the bit where I have to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Question for Starsky from, I think, V_. Is that their name? Probably. I hope it's not a typo. What about the Ukrainian T-84 Oplot tanks? They were reputed to be the best Ukrainian tanks. Were they all exported before the invasion, or are there examples that are now in combat?
Yes, we saw Oplot tanks being used on the front lines early in this invasion. You can basically Google that. So Oplot tanks were modified T-64 tanks. They were modernized and modified, and they were meant to be exported to other countries. But from what I know, of course, currently we need all kinds of tanks, including working and advanced ones. So those were used on the front lines since the very, very beginning of this invasion, as well as Ukrainian Bulat tanks. They are not bad as well. And those are being widely used on the front lines too. They are very effective. So among all the tanks that were produced during the Soviet regime, I would say T-64 is probably the most efficient one in terms of its characteristics. And what Ukraine did, so Russia put its bet on T-72, T-80, that were less efficient. Ukraine used all of its capabilities in order to improve and modernize T-64 tanks. And currently, among all the post-Soviet legacy, those tanks are probably the best, I would say.
Now, I hope Oplot translates to like a really aggressive name, like, not Devastator, Killer, or something. Because Oplot in English, it sounds a bit pansy. It doesn't sound very aggressive. What does Oplot mean in Ukrainian?
It's a bit like calling a tank Brian.
Yeah.
So Oplot, it's like, oh my God, it's a very difficult word. Let me use this highly unreliable Google Translate in order to find so it's like citadel or bulwark.
Like,
Oh, nice.
a fortress.
Yeah.
In Ukrainian language, it means something like something that defends.
Right.
Some shit that helps you deflect enemy efforts.
Like fortress, like stronghold. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm. That's what the chat is saying. Yeah.
Like curtains.
Iron ones. Yes.
Citadel's a great game, by the way, if you ever have the time to play that board game. Should probably
Citadel.
don't.
I've heard of it.
Oh, the chat's just flashed up with about 1,000 supers. Do we want to
Yeah.
quickly?
I'm copying his faces. I can't. Here we go. Okay. Wow.
Make sure
Thank you
we get
so
any
much.
translations in we need.
Yeah, I'll try
No, I
to get
think-
Google Translate.
There's at least 3 that are in English. If we have anyone available,
Oh, okay,
All
sure.
right.
What we can do
Here
is
they
you
come.
have to be patient with me because some of the pronunciations I'm not going to get. Luckily,
in English.
I'm exactly. I struggle with English, so, so just bear with me. I'll do the best I can. Thank you. Unfortunately, I don't know 20 languages yet, but I'm working on it. So here we go.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Thank you. So I'm going to start at the beginning here and I'm going to go one at a time. Hopefully that'll help us get through them too. So here we go. We've got one from Hijo del Sol Negro for $9.99 who says, after Russian forces are finally kicked out of all Ukrainian territory, I look forward to helping out financially with the rebuilding of Ukraine. Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava. Thank you so much. That's a good one. We have one from our very own Matt, M2M, who donated 10 pounds sterling, says, I wish you the very, very best in your future civilian undertaking, Starsky, and that's a great thing to dedicate your life to. I look forward to you capturing and locking up Putin. Slava Ukraini. Thank you so much. Then we've got level 70 for Canadian $6.99 says, hi, Operator Starsky. Has the Starlink outage caused major issues for the Ukrainian offensives?
So we had reports that it caused problems, but again, those are reports made by media, by journalists currently present on the front lines. I think we have to investigate that in order to have the most complete information, and then we will be able to tell you to respond officially about this. But I receive a lot of questions regarding Musk. Some people are furious about his recent statements. Some people try to justify him. Some people say that we should listen to Elon Musk because he was helping us with Starlink systems, with communications when we needed that. And that's the primary reason why Ukrainians are so furious with his statements. It's as if he gave us Starlinks in order to, like we received it as a humanitarian aid in order to lose our territories, which makes no sense. And other people say that he risked his life delivering those to Ukraine. From what I know, he's never been to Ukraine. Not like he risked his life. And from what I know from the report of the Washington Post that received access to the documents of the USAID, United States Agency for International Development, basically American taxpayers helped Ukrainians to receive those, because more than 1,500 of those communication devices were purchased by the USAID, and USAID is a state organization, state-funded organization. So they were purchased by USAID that spent probably 60 million, but I'm not sure about this number. Probably is different. I'm old, sorry. So they've spent millions in order to buy those from Elon Musk and deliver them to Ukraine. There is, though, some number of Starlinks that were probably given by Elon Musk. We're not sure about it, but we know that 1,500 Starlinks that were delivered to Ukraine very early. There's plenty of news regarding that, and there's this number, 1,500 Starlinks. They were bought by the USAID, and USAID also spent money to deliver them to Ukraine. So that's this help mostly comes from American taxpayers, which we all appreciate here. So that's all, and there's a lot of things to discuss actually, because his statement that we should give those people living on those territories chance to identify themselves. They had this chance since 1991 when all Ukraine voted to become independent. And between 1991 and 2014, there were 0 attempts to separate from Ukraine. I'm talking specifically about Donbass and other territories, basically. So the talks about separation from Ukraine appeared after Russian invasion. As soon as Russian invaders arrived to Ukraine, arrived to Donbass, and removed Ukrainian authorities in Donbass and Crimea. Only after that, they started talking about separation. That's like, you know what I'm talking about. Another thing, some people say that why Kosovo is like a legit country, why they were separated legitimately, right? While Donbass is not a legit case. It's I don't know much about Kosovo, but I know about Institute of Nation. What is nation? Nation is a territory where all the people, basically it's not a territory, it's the people themselves, that share history, traditions, culture, often language, and religion. So language, culture, religion, and history are 4 main characteristics of nation. It's according to encyclopedia. You can check out yourself. There are additional characteristics of a nation. What makes people a nation? Nation is not always a country. Usually there are different countries populated by the same nation. Sometimes there is one state populated by different nations. But we are talking about some specific group that is different from others, let's say. And this group starts talking about receiving rights to elect their own government, to return their own territories in the borders that existed previously. What makes Donbass separate from Ukraine? What kind of characteristics? Because Donbass always shared the same history with Ukraine. There was never any Donbass republics ever in the history. There were never Donbassian people. There were never Novorossian people. They never existed until Russians created this. There was never a separate religion, because I would say that majority of left bank Ukraine is separated by River Dnipro. It's like there's left Ukraine and right Ukraine, right? Like Eastern and Western Ukraine. Eastern Ukraine is all Orthodox. It's all Orthodox Church. They are not different in this regard as well. As for the language, there are different languages. There are Georgian, Greek, German languages in this region. A lot of people speak Russian. A lot of people speak Ukrainian. People in cities speak mostly Russian language, because we know from history why it happened. Because during the Soviet times, you would not receive like good career or good position if you did not pretend that you are Russian. People in villages don't give a damn. They speak Ukrainian because, or they speak this Surgic, this mix of Ukrainian and Russian languages. But it's not like they identify themselves as Russians. It was never like that. So Elon Musk brought up this poll that was made, I think, exactly 10 years ago, where when like the eastern part of Ukraine supported President Yanukovych, but President Yanukovych, the dictator who ran away from Ukraine, but President Yanukovych never said anything in his life regarding uniting with Russia. He was a president of Ukraine. It's very hard to become a president of Ukraine if you say that we will unite with Russia, we will become Russian territory. You will not become Ukrainian president in this case. Another thing is that so this Yanukovych ran away, and the talks, for the first time in Ukrainian history, the talks about the separation started after arriving of those Russian troops into Ukraine, first in Crimea, then in Donbass. According to the poll of 2019, majority of Ukrainians supported Zelensky. Majority of Ukrainians. Before that, majority of Ukrainians supported President Poroshenko. Again, we are not talking about like uniting with Russia. No, they support people supported their own country. As for president, and by the way, President Poroshenko and President Zelensky were elected in one stage, in one phase, because majority of people voted for them. I think that Elon Musk should learn about those polls as well. And of course, not all the people who supported the former president, President Yanukovych, that bloody dictator, by the way, who freaking ran away from Ukraine after killing multiple people and stealing a lot of funds, a lot of taxes. Not all people who voted for him wanted to become Russians. I think that a minority of those people would. So let's imagine that there is some specific group that populates the eastern territory of Ukraine that can swear that they are Russians. They are Russians to the bone. What's their origin? So the fact is, Ukraine was occupied by Soviet Russians, by Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks came to Ukraine from Russia, not from Mars, not from Kiev. They came to Ukraine from Russia. In 1917, 1918, there was a Ukrainian National Republic, independent Ukrainian, autonomous Ukrainian Republic that was about to become independent. And Bolsheviks basically came, and we had war with Russian Bolsheviks, but we lost it. At first, we were very successful. Our Polish allies helped us to fight back Kiev, our capital, and it was very nice. So our commander Petlura was, or was it Skoropadsky? Sorry, I'm old. So we had joint efforts with Polish Marshal Pilsudski And together with our Polish allies, we fought back and we liberated Kiev. So unfortunately, after that, we received a couple of defeats here and there, and Ukraine got occupied by Russian Bolsheviks. In 1932, 1933, there was an artificial famine that was committed by Russian Bolsheviks, who never let Ukrainians collect grain, who would take food from Ukrainian villagers. And after that famine, between 7 and 10 million Ukrainians died in villages, including villages in Donbass. The question is, who moved into their houses? And the answer is very clear. Those who today say that Donbass was always Russian. Exactly those people. So what should we do with them? I think fair solution to this is to offer them a choice. Either they continue thinking about themselves as Russians, they save all their traditions and stuff, but as residents of Ukraine, they should respect Ukrainian laws, Ukrainian legislation. They should help to develop Ukraine, and we can live in peace, like we do with all other nations: Georgians, Greeks, Germans, Hungarians, Polish, Jewish. You tell me. We have 100 of those nations, and we all live in peace in Ukraine. Otherwise, they can return to their homeland. But there's no way for them to bring Russia here. This land belongs to them only if they respect it. So that's my solution. I think that a lot of people will agree on that.
Absolutely. If Aimee, if you're handy, we got a couple of more chats we can get through, and then
We've got several. Yes, we do.
yeah.
Thank you so much. We've got one from Lisa for $20 American. Says, Slava Starsky, love and support from New Hampshire, USA. Well, howdy, neighbor. Thank you so much for your support. Richard Taylor for £4.49 sent a Shiba Inu dog laughing. It's a very cute sticker. Thank you so much for your support. And then we have Jean-Marc Pagan Owl for Canadian $20 says, forward to Starsky for his first date with Anna when he visits her. And then we got a super chat from Inkboy for €5 who says, if you could get one thing for Ukraine, but lots of it, what would you choose? Not necessarily a military thing. Thank you, everyone, for your support.
It's more than one. We need two. We need lots of howitzers and ammunition for them.
I would count that as a matching set. That's very good.
Yes, very much. All right. I think we got caught up there, didn't we?
Starsky, you didn't say what color.
Red, no blue.
Yellow blue.
Yeah.
Is a perfect combination of colors, in my opinion.
I would have to agree. Good shout. So, speaking of shout outs and stuff, I have a couple of magic buttons here that we can push, and we'll do Samantha's Charity of the Week. What? Is there no button push? What happened? God damn it, I really did test every one of these before we did this. There's supposed to be a little fanfare thing, but maybe it just doesn't want to play ball. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And Samantha is yet again doing the tongue twisters for everybody, but I think this is Zynga's Paw Charity Fund. I'm not sure if I got that right, but we're about to find out if Sam's still watching. But these guys are doing all kinds of great charity work. they're really helping to support Ukraine in a big way, humanitarian stuff, people going over and doing every sorts of thing you can think of by the sounds of it. I kind of went through the site, and there is a link being dropped into our live chat by the little Streamlabs bot, but I'll put it right here now as well. And there it is. And that is Samantha's charity of the week, Zynga's Paw. Check them out online. The link will be in our live chat all show long. Big thanks to Sam for setting that up for us all the time. Thank you so much. Let's see if I can make it disappear and do its thing, or will it just disappear? Oh, it only just vanished. God damn it. Can't control this shit. What are you going to do? Where are we now? Oh, I have a big pop-up window. I wonder if Amy's there and ready.
I am, and this is one we should grab right away because we need to thank her for this. This is from Sam Williams for New Zealand, $89.99, says, I have to love you and leave you. I hope everyone stays safe. Every minute of every day, I manifest victory for Ukraine. Everything will be okay. Everything will be Ukraine. And also, Putin is Swilo. Thank you so much, Sam. We love you. And we thank you so much for all of your support and all that you've done for Ukraine and everything. Thank you, Sam.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam. So yeah, Sam's charity of the week. That was a perfect time. Take care, Sam. And the link will be in the chat, live chat for the rest of the show. Streamlabs bot is putting it up and whatnot. And yeah, don't be shy. Click the link, check, because they're doing some good. Let's take it over to Claire and Dave for a little bit more chat catch up, and then we'll spring another surprise.
We all know what that is.
What is the surprise in that?
So anyway, we did have a couple of promos first for Starsky to throw out there, because we, given the name, we do occasionally shill some stuff. William Kashmir says, Operator Star. Oh no, that's a different question. Oh, hold up, that has gone away from me. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Space Wolf says, Starsky has a YouTube channel in Ukrainian language with very good information from before and during the war. Is there any way to get it with English subtitles or overdubs? And then there was a second one just recently from Sweet, who asked, can you promote Operator Starsky's merch?
Good shout outs. Let's let the man do it himself here, shall we? I'll get some links.
Guys, so you can check out my YouTube channel, the one that I have in English language, and there are links to merch. There are 2 stores that were made by awesome people, Janine and Rudy, and also I have a Ukrainian channel. I had a blog in Ukrainian language. It was dedicated to informational hygiene. Basically, I was debunking Russian myths for our Ukrainian population. And also I made a series of videos dedicated to civilians, what to do in case of war, and dedicated to our territorial defense, our guys who had no experience whatsoever. And they received like just basic information regarding the territorial defense, like what to do with weapons, how to store it, how to take care of it, how to move in together with their unit, with their squad, for example, and stuff like that. I'm not sure if there are like automatic subtitles in English. Probably there are. But there's quite a few video. It's gonna take some time to translate them. But if you are interested, it's like there's nothing that you don't know from my channel, actually. And also, because we were talking about Sam. She sent me a bunch of drawings from New Zealand kids And yeah, those drawings will be disseminated in my brigade next week. So our soldiers will be able to see those. Probably I will send them to the front lines as well. That's by the way, good idea, I think.
Looks like you're going to need a lot of fridge magnets.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, that's
and
good.
fridges, I suppose.
Yeah, and we got some links out there. We got your second channel shilled out, and we also got your music channel shilled out there as well, Starsky. So, you know,
Thank you
little
so
link
much.
shilling.
For those who want to get acquainted with my music, you can find it in YouTube. It's Operator Starsky Music. It's mostly metal. Not everyone likes metal, but F that.
You're gonna sing
yeah, there's no accounting for other people's taste, Starsky. It's a great channel.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's just some people think that, and like after listening to my music, they think that I need help. We all do. I don't blame them.
Too funny. What do we got here? Oh, we're good on time. It felt like things had gone through quite a bit there. Let's turn to Claire and Dave and see what the viewers are thinking, and if we have anything we should get to here.
Yeah. Well, Lisa has a personal question for Starsky. She wants to know what languages you speak.
So I speak Ukrainian, Russian, Polish, and English. And I used to know Italian as well because I lived in Italy for a month when I was a kid, and I learned their language as well. But I completely forgot it because I don't have practice. So currently it's like only 4 languages, unfortunately. I also know HTML.
Oh, well, there you go. That's important too.
That's fine, yeah.
Is there a language you would like to learn?
I would definitely like to learn Spanish and Farsi.
And Farsi.
Yeah.
Excellent.
For no reason.
Just hear what a conversation HTML would sound like.
Yeah.
HTML, so it's like body p b text here /b/p.
That's too much.
We had a shout out for baby Starsky, so I have to bring up the pic.
Actually, I have a better one. If you want to find a real baby Starsky, I will drop you one right in a second. Wait a minute, where is it?
It's not real.
No, that was just a funny pic I had found. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh yeah, Starsky funny community post right here."
Well, we just lost 100 subscribers.
Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back.
Oh, too funny. It looks like if we have a slight pause here for a second, we could definitely get Aimee if she's ready and grab some super chats because we've got a few in.
Please, we did. This is great. We have the first one from Susie Q for 10 American dollars says, I can tell you've been talking to Anna. Very well-spoken info you've been giving today, Starsky. Thank you so much, Susie Q. And then we have Ave XX for 10 euros says, good evening all. Starsky is right. My grandma was born in Donetsk in 1935, half German, half Ukrainian. When World War II was over, her family settled down in later West Germany. Wishes from Germany, Slava Ukraini. Awesome. Thank you so much. And then we have CF Beauty for 10 American dollars says, I love your music, but I can't imagine your face screaming. Everyone loves you, and that's worth a super chat to tell you. Thank you so much, CF Beauty. And then we just got one from Mike71. who just gave us a member message, says, "What does Starsky have to say about Roger Waters?"
Dear God.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I want to quote Ozzy Osbourne. Who the hell is Roger Waters?
That was real.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay, here we've got proper baby Starsky this time. So here, hold on, I'll put it right there, and here we go.
Yeah, that's me. I had hair, and I was adorable. I was.
Aw, that is cute.
Oh my
That's
God. that's beauty.
I think that's about 2 or 3 months before his hair started to recede.
Yeah, a bit earlier. A bit earlier. It disappeared after I became an NCO in my brigade.
That would do it. Yeah.
That'll do
Which
it.
one is you? The one standing in the front or the one looking through the hole in the wall?
The one holding a comb, the brush, the hairbrush.
Oh.
I used legit hairbrush to brush my hair.
I think I think he's about to beat off the intruder in the window.
There you go.
I was going to say, can we like just slowly over the course of the next like 5 minutes just zoom in on that face? It just gets bigger and bigger. It just gets to the eyes.
All the while playing Jaws music. No, just kidding.
No.
There you go.
Oh, 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 it just gets cuter. That's not fair.
Oh, those eyes.
I thought it was evil.
Oh my God. It wasn't evil. It's just adorable. Oh my God.
I know. Those eyes.
Oh,
And the
Oh, that's
coolest
funny.
thing about it is that aside of like besides hair, almost nothing changed.
Yeah.
no.
His penis is still the same size.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Born massive.
Here, we can do Starsky near and far.
Here we go.
We can add him with Grover for the near and far thing.
I don't know. I recognize that little green though. He still does that same little green. They,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we might have to animate this picture. You know, we could have the mouth doing a couple things. He could be talking, saying a line or two. There's some gags to be here there. I'm keeping this picture.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Starsky, speak up now or forever hold your peace. This sounds bad.
Yeah, I can be saying Slava Ukraini and Putin huilo.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. You know,
You'll be
Oh.
deep faked before you know it.
Mm.
We're getting some tech upgrades on the Shills, and every time somebody just pops up on screen, we're just going to have like everyone in stream with your face as a child.
Oh,
Just like
that's quite clever, actually. There's like, I wouldn't mind.
oh, that's
That'd be
funny.
Perfect.
Oh, we have another shout we can get in if you're there and handy, Amy.
Yes, please. That would be great. It's from level 70 for Canadian $6.99. Says, Starsky, how can members of the chat send you a letter or gift package? By the way, if it's from Russia, don't open it. Thank you so much, level 70.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that a lot of Russians would like to know it as well. But you can always drop me a message in Instagram, and if I will be able to find it, I will reply. I'm sorry, guys, because like sometimes I get too many messages and it takes like a week to reply to a person. But I'm doing my best.
Yeah. It gets crazy. Some people do have to understand that there's a chance that things will get missed. You could put out a video that has like a way higher view count than average, and you get way more messages in on the different platforms. And when you add up 4 different platforms full of PMs and messages and tags and stuff, holy, I mean, that's your whole day right there. Right? Gone.
Yeah, exactly. And if I even people ask me like if I want to create a TikTok, if I make a TikTok, my dog would have to care after me.
Fudge, where's my supper?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only so much time, though, that's for sure. Let's see here. We'll grab a couple of questions and so on from the chat and whatnot, and then see where we get to again. So I think Dave has got a few ready.
There's a wonderful one from Robsky. He asked, will the Russians be resurrecting the Caspian Sea monster? I assume that's like the Loch Ness, but bought on Craigslist.
I think that we will find this monster very, very soon, because we know that our allied countries already collect evidence from the scene, the evidence of the sabotage that happened on the North Stream, and I think that it's gonna be well, I doubt that it's gonna be like Caspian Sea monster, rather something like Moscow monster, Moscovian monster.
Huh. Well, we have something a little lighter on a personal note again. I hope you don't mind, Starsky, but Shannon Caldwell would like to know if you get any personal time to yourself, which ties into another question from Rodent, no last name, who wants to know if you've seen any good movies lately.
So as for the good movies, I subscribed to Netflix for the first time in my life 1 month ago.
Ah.
I watched only one movie so far. It was no, wait, 2 movies, but they weren't new. It was my favorite movie, The Euro Trip. And it was that Italian pervert in this movie, the Euro Trip. I had him like on my user picture for quite a while. And another one was Falling Down with Michael Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, okay.
I have sympathy to this.
That's
character.
a great movie.
You
Agreed.
mentioned Netflix, and there was another question on learning Ukrainian language, that some people say that by watching Netflix, some people are learning English. And there was a request that what would you recommend in learning from English to Ukraine, some of the lingo?
Oh my God. I tried to find some good movies in Ukrainian language with translation with subtitles. It's kind of hard, unfortunately. I think that probably that movie Atlantis that was made in 2019 in Ukraine, probably it has some kind of but sorry, I never thought about it. I wasn't prepared for this question. Yeah,
fair enough. Fair point.
As for the Netflix, actually, like I registered at Netflix because I realized that it gives me opportunity to watch movies with my favorite stars. So the first movie that I tried to watch was the movie called Clueless with Alicia Silverstone, and I spent like 5 minutes admiring Alicia Silverstone, and I closed that freaking piece of shit because this movie makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I have no idea who came up with an idea of creating this crap. Oh my God.
You know,
So
many people have the same thought, I think.
Oh, it's awful.
yeah, she has a very nice movie. So she started in a very nice movie called The Crush,
Mhm.
and one of my favorites. Yeah, but The Clueless is a piece of crap. As for my personal life, I don't think I have one since 2014.
Mm. Mhm. Okay. Well, we hope you get one soon then. Like soon, really soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Where are we here? Okay, yeah, we've got time to get a few more in. So who's up with the next one?
Happily, there's a really interesting one I didn't think of from William Cashmere. Are you a motorcycle rider?
I will tell you a joke. So there's like a parking lot near next to the bar, and two groups of bikers hang out in that parking lot. And there are like classic old bikers who ride like Harley Davidsons, and then there's another group of young people who ride those Japanese modern Japanese bikes.
Crotch rockets.
Like those sport bikes. And at some point, those younger guys like come to those older guys and say, friends, we are bikers, you are bikers, let's hang out together, let's get acquainted. And those old bikers go like, what's the point of that? I mean, every day you are the different people, you know. So like, yeah, I'm not a motorcyclist. I think that probably that's why I live for such a long period of time.
All right. I wonder if Amy's handy, and we've got a couple of shout outs we can do here.
Absolutely, we do. I will get those for you. We've got some super chats. One from Richard Duke for 10 American dollars. It doesn't have a message on it, but if you have a message that you want highlighted in the chat, we will more than gladly read that out for you. Thank you so much for your support. We have one from CF Beauty for $5 who says, have you gone to McDonald's since they opened? Any good stories?
Oh my God. So I tried to get to McDonald's with my stepbrother, and we failed because we got stuck in a traffic jam for like 30 minutes. And when I peeked out of my window, I realized that like all those cars were going straight to McDonald's. So we decided to make a U-turn and have a breakfast in another place, but it's crazy. The McDonald's is freaking occupied. And like regarding the previous question, regarding the bikes, like I respect people who have bikes and people who like speed and stuff. But I'm not one of them because, like, guys, the maximum speed that I ever reached was like 80 kilometers per hour. So I'm a very cautious driver, because before my car I was driving BTR and it doesn't go that fast, and you still gotta be cautious.
And let's see here. Do we have
Excellent.
more, Amy? Sorry, yeah.
Ooh, that's okay. We're perfectly fine. We have one more from John Staley for $9.99. Says, how about the Ukrainian tank with the Alaska license plate?
Sounds nice. Actually, I would definitely stick those license plates to our tanks. They look absolutely cool, in my opinion, especially the one with Alaskan numbers.
That one was cool. Thank you so much. And then we got one. Mary donated Canadian $27.47 says, take good care of yourself. Thank you for the reality check. Thank you so much, Mary. And then we got one from Phil Greeley for $9.99 says, Starsky, what has been your experience dating Ukrainian women?
2 divorces.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Phil, for your support.
Dating Ukrainian women, that's like, lining up a load of women and saying, you're 29, you're 30, you're 32, you're too old. Is that
Something
what
like that. Actually,
it's
yeah.
like sexting chickens.
Yeah, it reflects the truth. Actually, I can agree on that. Ukrainian women are amazing. They are amazing. At some point, you even start realizing that you're not worth of them. That's why I have a long experience, because mostly I was dating Ukrainian women. Yeah, probably army saved me from this burden, but they are amazing.
I do seem to be getting lots of recommendations in both my YouTube and Facebook and all these sort of things of dating and cheering up Ukrainian women. They don't seem to know me very well, because I don't think I do a very good job of cheering Ukrainian women up. I'd make them miserable as fuck. That's my wife.
They are so good that at some point you realize that you don't deserve them. That's what I've tried to say.
Yes. That's coming in more focused now. I'm getting you very much. Okay, we do have time for one little something here that we can do. Let me just make sure I'm all ready and see if it works. Oh, no.
Okay, let's talk about dating. Okay, so it happened in those times when there was no Facebook, no Instagram. There was internet, but you could basically use an IRC chat and stuff like that. ICQ. But most of Ukrainian users were using public chats. We had a couple of very popular ones: Gala Chat, Big Mir Chat, and it was during those days when those chats didn't support photo galleries. And if you peeked out of your window, there was a chance to see a living Tyrannosaurus outside. So at some point they implemented photo galleries into the chat, because while conversating with people, you could only see their nicknames, Mr. Balls or something like that, whatever. But it gained massive popularity when they implemented those photo galleries, because people could finally have their photos, and you didn't have to send them via email. It was crazy. So what I didn't know was that sometimes people could use not their photos that were not their own photos. So there was this beautiful girl with beautiful blonde hair, and we talked. She was absolutely amazing. She had this deep internal world and stuff. And after a while, we decided to meet downtown in Kyiv. And again, I was a teenager. I was a naive Ukrainian boy. And like at some point I saw this beautiful girl who was like going straight like in my direction, and I was like, oh my god, she is so awesome. But it appeared that it was a different girl. She passed by, and then I heard her voice. She was like, hello, Andrei. And then I realized, like, I turned around slowly and I realized that actually you could take picture of another person and use it as your own. This could actually happen.
Does anybody else want to sing Lola in the background right now, or is that just me?
But it was unfair. It was unfair. I didn't see that coming.
I always find the beards are the big giveaway.
What,
But-
when they don't have one?
Yeah, and that's exactly the moment when I was brutally lied to. It was hard to accept. So I brought this person to probably she was even like a bit older than me. So yeah. Anyways, it was a different person. So I had like a dilemma, right? What to do next? So I decided that I should bring her to some place where nobody will see us together. So I brought her to McDonald's, and like, you know, like there's this corridor, like you have to pass this corridor to reach like toilet, and there are like tables like right next to the toilet in the like the furthest corner of this, the furthest and darkest corner of this. So we went there, and then I said that I'm gonna go order something, and I ran away.
Yeah. Just, hey, dude, grab us a table. I'll go get the food.
Yeah, it took me quite some years to start trusting people again, and I still have this scar on my heart. So that's the story.
Oh,
Oh, that's funny. Hey, why didn't the thing go away at the top? Oh, hold on. No, don't do that, you stupid. There. Okay, it went away. God damn. DK, the Stream Deck has really got some issues with OBS right now. Some of the buttons are still screwing up for me. I thought I checked them all. Oh, well. What are you going to do? But yeah, that was a good one, Starsky. That was awesome. So we've got a few more minutes. We can get a couple in. If we get any he, she's, or master of camouflage and disguise, William, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna get ourselves in trouble here. I think I should have maybe left the Lola joke on the table where it belonged, but what are you gonna do? Let's see here. Dave, what do you got to bring us in and save the moment?
No, we're going down deeper here. There's a wonderful little comment from Christina. I'm calling you out on this. I sincerely thought Starsky was gay and made comments supporting his gaydom. I feel so dumb.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Here's one from Hugh Vardo in the chat that I like. Operator Starsky, where do you get the ideas for your skits? Like, are you just off the cuff in it, or are you using some news to get ideas? Like, what's the inspiration here? Because they're good.
Sometimes there are things that hit me deep in my heart. And whenever they do, I make a skit. I don't know like how it's being born. Probably it's some kind of, I don't know. But yeah, I'm like literally generating them. I have this ability.
Awesome. I love it. Let's see here. I don't know if Aimee's quite ready, but we have a couple of shouts we can do. There's at least one in there, I think.
Sure. Yeah, we do. We have one in there from Phil Greeley for $9.99 says, has Starsky met Zelensky? Thank you so much,
Ooh.
Phil.
Good question.
No, because President Zelensky does some very, very serious business, and what he does is much more serious and much more important than meeting me. I completely understand him, and we never met, but I don't have hard feelings. I totally support what he does, because what he does is more important.
I still say I'm going to give him a call and say, hey, dude, come on, you should get together with Starsky and have a chat. See what happens.
I'm sure if Zelensky was here, he'd say the same about you. No, seriously,
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah,
I think he would say, what you're doing, Starsky, is just as important.
It's like, I think that if President Zelensky ever saw myself, like on a YouTube, he would go like, oh my God, I'm envious because this dude has a personal life. And I would be like, no. I have the same problem.
We didn't do our shout out for Pootler's birthday, so let's get the Golden Cock Award in before we end this. There, he always deserves that one.
May we do a grub muffin too for him, please, for his birthday?
Oh, yeah. Yes, here you go. Direct from Aimee to you, Pootler. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And you know what? Just because, it's a Shills show, we always got to get the goat in once. So, here is your average farm animal's reaction to a Pootler speech. And just for shits and giggles, there was a think tank. They got together and they thought to themselves, who could be driving such an insane view of the world behind Pootler? And they figured it out.
Could it be Satan?
So there you go. Oh, okay. So we've got, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Did anybody from the panel want to get in anything before we,
if you allow me,
go for it.
Well, yeah, okay. So here's a question for you, Starsky. Now, the whole world is going through this, transition of daylight savings. In America and Canada, they've started doing daylight savings, and we'll be catching up in a couple of weeks. I don't know what it's like in Ukraine and Russia. I mean, what time does the war start in the morning? And is daylight savings going to cause issues? Logistical issues, timing?
I don't know, but like in Ukraine, we have this saying, like, morning starts when you wake up.
Oh, you mean about lunchtime?
Yeah, sometimes it's like 3 a.m., sometimes 3 p.m. It depends. Yeah, because we have hard times sleeping here.
Oh, God.
Always wake up just before siesta. Because I'm just so tired. Okay, I'll stop.
All right, that was my stupid question of the week. We should do that as a title. DKG's stupid question of the week.
Well done.
Yeah, without the singing, though, dear God, or I'll never.
Yeah.
We're ripping that audio. Fucking hell.
You can bank that one.
Oh,
Boom.
well, we got a couple of super chats, and that's perfect timing for getting close to wrap up. So I think it's Amy's turn.
Absolutely. Yes, please. And thank you. We've got one from Danny Carver for $4.99. Says, Starsky, give Anna a big hug for me next time you see her. Thank you so much.
I can only give her like a virtual hug because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have my ass kicked big time if I do.
Absolutely. She's amazing. She's great. She's my hero. We also have one from Ink Boy for €5 who says, would you play piano with your rooster or dance in high heels for comedy to collect funds for Ukraine? Or are you too scared of becoming president? Ow.
So when I was a small boy, we all do that. We try to try the shoes that our parents are wearing, of course. I was like 4 years old. So my dad had those high boots like all the Soviet militaries, you know, and I nearly fell down, and I, you know, thank God I'm alive. And I tried high heels as well, of course, because like who didn't? And I wasn't made for them. As for the rooster, like I could try, but again, there's like big probability that you know, I will start my political career after that. I don't want that responsibility. It's way too hard. Being a Ukrainian president sucks because it's a very hard task.
It doesn't look easy. I mean, you've got a few borders that just make things that it would be, you know, you're on your toes, man. That's a job you're working at.
Kind of, but like I totally respect what my president does, but I would never like to walk his shoes, you know.
Absolutely. And we just got another one in from Level 70 for Canadian $6.99. Starsky, after getting their 1992 borders back, will Ukrainians shoot for their 1919 borders next? Thank you so much, Level 70.
That's a good question because, you know, Rostov, Kuban and stuff, it was Ukrainian territory before 1919. Not like we're gonna shoot to those territories, but who knows if they get separated and decide to reunite with their mother Ukraine. Why not? If Russia decides to reunite with its mother Kiev on Rus, why not? We can think about it.
That's right. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support tonight. Thank you.
Very much indeed. Thank you. So let's see. I think we're pretty much at roundtable wrap-ups. Why don't we get somebody that they actually want to hear to do that? Aimee, do you want to take us around the table?
I sure can, certainly. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start out with Fallacy Dave. Dave, what are your thoughts on this evening?
It's always lovely, isn't it? It's good to have a little catch up throughout the week. You forget, you know, all of your worries, and you think, God, at least it's not me. You know, no, I really enjoy Starsky's company, and I hope that this can end soon, so we can have a proper pub chats every week, and not just a you know, Ukraine update. You know.
Absolutely. That's perfect. Thank you so much. And next up, I'm going to pick on DKG Custom because he has something to tell us that's coming up next. What are your thoughts on this evening?
Oh, Aimee, thank you very much. I mean, it's always great to talk to Starsky. I mean, because, you know, he grounds it for us. He makes us realize that, you know, within this week, you know, we've been having troubles. You know, we all have our own internal troubles, but this guy is still at fucking war with Russia, and that's how his week has been. And it's always important to bring us back to that point, because we do fart around, and I do play the joker and the idiot and amongst the show, because face it, I am the idiot. But that's not the point. Starsky brings the reality home to us, and it's good to get that every week, just so we know. And we're not getting it from the news service, and we're not getting it from the media. We're hearing from the guy who's actually on the ground and having to face it day by day. And Starsky, I can't thank you enough for even just taking this time out day just to come over and talk to us, dickheads, to let us know what it's like. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And yes, Aimee, I'm going to let everybody know that following this at 10 past the hour, we have pub chat where, less important issues will be discussed, and it will just be rather silly. But until then, Starsky, a kiss me good night, Sergeant Major. Slava Ukraini. We'll see you next week. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, DKG. Thank you. And next up, we have Claire S. Bear. Claire, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Well, that's really hard to follow, but I agree with most, not all of what DK said. But yes, we really appreciate you giving your take on it, Starsky, to help us understand what we're hearing in the news from all the different countries, all the different media outlets, and then to get more information on it and to expand on what it's like actually like in Ukraine, and the information that Ukraine wants us all to understand, and to actually offer that support back to you, because you have long, hard days, and we can see it, and we totally appreciate the time that you give to us in
She
helping
said long
with
and
that.
hard.
Dick. Anyway, I meant it well. But anyway, thank you for your time, Starsky.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, because if I'm able to bring you the information from Ukraine, and what's even more important, make you a bit more acquainted with Ukrainians, with my people, then it's worth it.
No,
So thank you so much.
we so appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next up, we do have our very own operator, Starsky. What are your thoughts on this evening?
It was great, and I think that every week since February, March, since March, I participate in this show with you guys. So it's like my 30s. No, I'm bad with mathematics. I was sick when we were learning mathematics at school. So yeah, but I'm talking that I spent a lot of time with you guys, with our viewers, and to me, we are all big family, and I always feel happy when I have this opportunity to talk to you guys and answer your questions, remember some stupid shit from my childhood. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and you are awesome. Keep being awesome.
Thank
We
you
love you
so
too,
much.
buddy.
We do. And thank you. And please stay safe. Thank you so much for coming and doing these with us every week. It's very appreciated. So thank you. And then next up, we have Dick Dawson. Dick, what are your thoughts on this evening?
I have a question. Hey, Pootler, what the
fuck is wrong with you?
Thanks, Kitty. But I love getting together with Starsky and hearing the proper news. We have a lot of people in the chat saying, they love to hear it right direct, and we get to that way. But as been said, this show's becoming more about all of us just having our weekly hangout. It's kind of family time, and we like that. It's great. And it's great to be able to share it with a lot of people, especially, everybody who's really like helping to, help support the show and whatnot. We really, really love you guys for it. It means a lot to us. And yeah, that's my sign off for the night. Slava Ukraini, fellow babies. What do you think, Aimee? Thoughts and wrap ups?
Yes, thank you very much. Oh, well, there we go. There's my thought right there. Some thunder just rolled in. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. Thank you so much for your support. I want to thank everyone in the panel for coming as well. Thank you too. It's been great. Yeah, for Putin's birthday, he needs another grubby, please. So-
He's a grub muffin.
exactly. You know, he's just not bad. There we
Welcome,
go.
grub muffin.
That's right. It's perfect. So yeah, that's, you know, something needs to be done. It needs to end. And I think it's going good so far. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, good night, everybody. Take care out there.
Slava Ukraini.
Good night.
That's the ending.
Good night, everybody.
It's over. Go home.